But without further ado, let's not waste time. It is the time that we've all been waiting for. It is actually 3 minutes after 7 a.m. Central African time, while on my end, it is 3 minutes after 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I have the talented young athlete here based in Canada. Our Zimbabwe Achievers Awards Canada nominee, Kudakwashe Murasiranwa. Welcome, brother. How's it going?
How's it going? How's it going?
I am
How's
so
it-
good. I am so good. We're getting feedback, which is so weird, but I can hear you. I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Pretty excited to be here. Uh,
Yay! Thank you so
you
much.
know, yeah,
And I am actually honored to be having you here, to be honest, as far as where you are as an individual, as a young accomplished person, right? Somebody who's actually so successful. And I'm like, you know what? This would actually be an honor to have you here on After Five Radio. And thank you so much for making time.
for sure. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
Really honored to be here as well.
No, that is so awesome. So actually, let me just put this right on low because I easily get distracted and I do not want to distract you as well. So let's just dive right into it and just bring our listeners up to speed with your upbringing, a little bit about your background and who Kudakwashe is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for just hosting this and allowing me to be on your show. And yeah, so definitely Kudakwashe is there's a lot of things that come with Kudakwashe, you know what I mean? So, but the biggest thing is Kuda is just an athlete, simple guy, um, you know, um, somebody who has, big dreams that I wants to accomplish them and hardworking. Yeah, that's there's a lot that comes with it, but definitely, yeah, that's Kudakwashe.
And
I don't
how
know.
about your upbringing as okay, let's what got
Yeah,
you to being who you are right now, the Kudakwashe that we know. That probably a whole lot of girls are like, oh my gosh, Kuda. I bet you have a lot of groupies, diving at you and all that jazz. So let's
uh,
take us back.
no, definitely. So yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about myself, my background. So yeah, I was born in Zimbabwe, Harare, Chitungwiza, Unit A. Um, yeah, that's where I grew up, and I grew up. Basically, my grandmother raised me at a young age. My parents left to go, immigrate to the States, and just for a better life for us as well. And
Mm-hmm.
really thankful for that, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, I got to basically learn from them a lot. Just growing up, I had to grow up a little bit faster and, grow up in the streets, just playing soccer, different sports. So that was something that, that made me basically who I am. I had to grow up a little bit faster, take care of my little brother as well. My grandmother, was somebody that really, really kind of, you know, basically molded me to who I am from a
Mm-hmm.
young age. And yeah, so grew up in Zimbabwe, and raised in South Africa as well. Moved to South Africa when I was uh, really young. Yeah, and then we ended up coming to Canada in 2014. So that was a huge culture shock on its own. But other than that, that's a little bit about myself. You know.
So
Yeah.
when you came to Canada and reunited with your parents, that was your first reunion, right?
Yeah. That was my first. That was yeah, basically my first. But they came
South
to
Africa.
South Africa for a bit. Yeah, but that was basically our first just being together. And
After how many years?
um, honestly, it was about like 10 years.
Oh my gosh, hallelujah.
About 10 years. Yeah, so 10 years without my parents around. Uh, that was tough to be honest, because seeing kids around with their parents and that's really tough, not gonna lie, because I get to see other kids. And for me, I remember one day when my little brother saw an airplane flying, and it was funny because he's I remember he said to, I think it was to us, he's like, "Yo, is that dad coming back home? Is that mom coming back home?" And like I remember I couldn't just really know what to say to him because it wasn't
Right,
there,
guy. No
right?
so big stories here because me, I would just bow up for you right here.
I know, I know,
Well,
yeah,
because we
but it
share
wasn't.
similar stories, so it's just one of those
Uh,
when I know your story, right? And it's just one of those,
yeah,
you know what?
mhm,
Seeing Kudakwashe, a whole lot of people I find really
yeah,
who had their parents leave them when they're young, they
yeah,
know determination, they know how to
yeah,
chase their dreams, they know how to be grounded really more than anything. I'm not saying Kudakwashe, everybody else that's straight and stuff like that, they didn't know that, but life happens, right? But then we
oh yeah,
choose to make choices, and I'm
mhm,
actually proud to see where you're going, right? Because you never went astray, you never got into drugs, you had the opportunity to do that. You're a
oh yeah,
guy, you're a guy, you know what I mean?
definitely,
And you had the
yeah,
opportunity to do that, but then you
mhm,
knew what, you know what, I have to take care of my little brother. And that's what that
exactly,
comes with responsibility, right? And
definitely.
bravo to you. I cannot wait to hear more. I cannot wait to hear more. That is
Yeah,
so
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That's why I'm here, and I'm excited to share whatever you
right. No,
got
that
me
is so
questions.
awesome. So
Yeah.
when last were you in Zim? Did you ever go back since you got back to Canada or?
Um, no, I haven't gone back since I came back here. I came here, never
Mhm.
went back to Zim.
Okay.
Yeah, like last time I was in Zim was 2013. We went to bury my older brother.
Oh dear.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Um, yeah, that's the last time I went there, and he passed from pneumonia. But
Mm,
yeah, that's another story. Somebody I really looked up to as well. He was basically like a parental figure to me as well, right?
mm,
So like, no, me not growing up with my parents around or not them being around, him was also like a parental figure to me.
mm,
I looked up to him a lot. So
mm.
that was one of the things that keeps me going to this day. Um, and
And that is our main reason for our discussion, owning your
exactly,
story.
exactly right.
Wow, it's a bittersweet story, really, to so to speak, because it also brings
Yeah,
like the best version of yourself at the same time
definitely.
out of your loss, but still honoring your brother, just for
Oh
the
yeah,
love of your
definitely.
brother.
Yeah.
And good for you. So right, so you're an athlete, right? When did you discover your passion for natural speed? Because you're okay. Am I wrong to say you're a short distance runner?
Yeah, I'm a sprinter. Sprinter.
My
Yeah, you got it.
guy.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Okay. So when did you discover your passion for natural speed for like running, really,
Right.
athletics?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because you could have
Yeah.
gotten into soccer, you play soccer,
Oh
but
yeah,
you
definitely,
chose
definitely.
to go that route.
Yeah. Yeah. So my background, as I said, um, Kuchitungwiza, we played sports in the streets, and we just played a lot of soccer, cricket, rugby,
Mhm.
whatnot. But for me, I really kind of like saw that I had speed, but I didn't know it was like a track speed. You know what I mean? It was basically soccer speed. I played soccer basically
Mhm.
my whole life. Um, for me, it was mostly soccer. So
Mhm.
I definitely kind of started tapping into my talent when I moved to South Africa, where you know one of the coaches at my previous high school, saw me
Mhm.
playing soccer, and then he called me. He's like, "Yo, you wanna try out track?" And I'm like, I don't know, because
Mhm.
like people will make fun of me. I'll tell Nisa Mepo, you know what I mean? So he was like, I
What?
don't know if I want to do this. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, you know what I mean? But for me, it wasn't until high school, and um, yeah. So I went to an all boys high school in South Africa, and in all boys high school, a lot of guys just trash talk to back and forth, and especially if you lose a race, and then you really kind of step up your game. So I had this one guy used to beat me all the time, So until the coach basically told me, yeah, you come and train, and you could do big things in this sport. And
Mhm.
at first, I didn't really believe him. I was like, he just wanted me to join his team, whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, I ended up tapping into the talent and then started running a little bit more competition, stuff like that. And I ended up seeing the results and working hard. So that
Wow.
made me really kind of want to focus in the sport. And I feel like regardless, my dad was an athlete as well, right? So
Makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. My dad went to Goromonzi, and
Ah.
he has some records back there. So
Mm-hmm.
for him, it was something that he used to do back home. But like a funny story, actually, he told me, he said he used to run the 400 meters, and he was actually selected to go in the Olympics in the
Mm-hmm.
4x4. But for him, his friends used to tell him, just hang out with his friends, and they used to basically just tell him, hey, you tenanisa mepo, whatnot, whatnot. And for him, he
Wow.
didn't want to basically pursue in athletics. He ended up just working in the mines and just trying to provide for the family.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I feel like that's where my talent came, and just the support system I had around me made me the athlete I basically am right now. And I feel there's still more to come though.
Shout out to you, Dad, and your mom. Your mom is so cool, man. Love your
Yeah.
mom. She is so cool. She is so cool. I love just the support system and everything. So then, even when okay, fine, your dad allowed you to get into that.
Yeah.
Then did your parents actually say, okay, fine, we're going to support it as a career, or because you were young, right? You were
Yeah.
young to say, okay, wait, I must. But you know how when you're younger,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the moment with my dad, I didn't even know I could sprint myself until my dad took me kubundu and told my uncle, "Oh, we are no manya. She's a sprinter." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, what do
Yeah.
you mean?" Until because my dad told my uncle, the young brother,
Yeah.
"Kutano manya," I was forced to get into the tracking field, and for sure, that's when I discovered my ability to sprint. Right.
Mhm.
So that on its own, you have one parent who thinks of seeing your talent and whatever, and then what about the other parent? When vakazona say good, okay, you can take up this as a career if you want,
Damn, that's a good.
seeing that we live in a foreign world where we're told to be nurses. That's one profession. Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
thinking about it. You have to be a nurse, you have to be a doctor,
Oh.
but basically a nurse, really.
That's facts. That's facts. No, that's a good question, and
Right. And
I feel
before we
I
even
have.
actually, before I even get to that question, is that actually your career path? Is that your career path that you're thinking of taking?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. That's definitely
Bam!
my
I
career
knew
path.
it. Okay, so now you can answer the question. So why
Yeah,
that career path? How did I get to that?
yeah. No, definitely. That's a good question. Like, damn, it's it's a huge topic, to be honest, because I meet a lot of people telling me the same thing. Like, my parents want me to be a doctor, but I'm good at soccer. Or my
Mhm.
parents want me to do this, but I'm good at this. The other parent's supporting. The other one is not. Until they see the results and actually bringing back home some results. But for me, I feel like my parents were really supportive, especially my dad. He he definitely understood because you went through the same path, him
Mhm.
growing up. You know what I mean? And for me, just ended up going bouncing back to different schools and stuff like that. Just for track mostly. I had most of my parents supported me, but there was a time where I couldn't really do track or even go to school. Um, that was the toughest part. Like, that was really tough.
Mhm.
But my parents really supported me, to be honest, and
Mhm.
they they basically told me, do what you want to do what you love, and we're gonna be here, win or lose. They're still gonna support me
Mhm.
regardless.
And I
So
remember when you moved to Vancouver with your athletics, the whole family moved.
I
I was like, that's so
know, I
much
know.
love. That is so
That's a lot of
much love and
support
support.
today.
I was like, the whole
Exactly.
family moved. And when I saw your mom here, I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna. And Mario Sophista's when I watch her talk, I'm thinking, huh?
I know. It's crazy, crazy.
Oh my God, that is so amazing. And it's so lovely to have like that huge support system. And shout out
Exactly.
to your parents and to all the parents out there. I know that it's not easy because of
Mhm,
their upbringing, their generation. Their generation is different from our generation. Our
mhm,
generation
mhm.
is chasing our purpose, chasing our dreams, chasing what it is that we move in faith more than anything, right?
Exactly,
Versus boldness, versus the
exactly.
older generation, like the baby boomers, especially baby boomers, Jesus, difficult to deal with. But
Yeah.
anyway, we love you
Mhm.
regardless. And
Yeah.
I just hope this story, like this interview, is one interview that will actually help other parents to understand their kids,
Mhm.
because what, all they need is support. Because people, I find, they become successful doing what they love
Exactly.
more than doing what they're forced to do. Because at the end of the day, you waste 9 years, 7 years Wichita
Yeah.
medicine, and then what? And then
And
you
then
decide, oh yeah, that's not what I want to do. Now I can go for acting. So why waste all those 7 years? You know what I mean? And I am so proud of your parents and so proud of you, Kuti. You know what? You just went on to pursue what it is that you love. And so, speaking of which, now let's go into owning your story, your journey. Like, what actually is deep down in your heart to say, this is the reason why I'm pursuing athletics, and this is in honor of this, and get into it for the listeners.
definitely. So I always leave by this thing saying, for me, I put I put God first in whatever I do. Um,
Amen.
yeah, definitely. For me, it's track cool. There's Olympics, there's all those big things, medals,
Mhm,
there's
mhm,
world championships and stuff like that. For
mhm,
me, that's cool. Like I want to do that, but
mhm,
for me, it's mostly impacting and connections that I get through those things. People I
amen.
meet and how I impact people. I feel like God gave me the talent to do something with it. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm,
it might be kids back home. For me, that's my ultimate goal. Just to do something big back home in Zim and just give back. Um, so yeah, for me, it's mostly I put God first in whatever I do, and big or small, and it's mostly just the connections I have through track and how I actually. That's why I keep going. To be honest, my family, track, support system I have is amazing. Even the people that don't really know me yet, and the people I get to meet, I always want to leave a mark.
My
And
guy, can I pause right there before you continue? People that
yeah,
don't know you yet. When I was looking, me, I was when I was voting.
yeah, yeah.
You do realize everybody's meter, yours was longer than everybody's. Do you know that? Just so you know, I'm gonna tell
No,
you because
I
I was
didn't know.
voting every day for you. I was
I
like,
didn't know.
nah, this guy, your
Uh,
meter is was the longest. And you're talking about all people that don't know you, my guy. I think people know you enough, man.
that's crazy because I actually didn't know I had lots of votes on there, but
I know, don't worry. I'm telling you, you want it. You got it. You got it.
yeah, that's amazing. But
Yeah.
that's the whole point. Like even the people that do know me and I might not know them, but
Mm,
as long as I leave, a mark, like just connect with those people and get to leave. I basically just want to leave a legacy on this,
mhm,
on this world. Um, a lot of things going on. So for me, that's what keeps me going. If I put a smile on your face every day, uh, if I entertain you 10 seconds, it's fast. It's pretty fast. But if I entertain you that way and have a message behind what I'm doing,
mhm.
and that's what keeps me going every day. And as I say, my family, that's the important thing. And as you said, actually, like a lot of people, like a lot of kids at my age, they jump into stuff like that, like drugs, you know whatever it is, but as long as I can make you smile the next day and say, hey, I just watched my fellow Zimbabwean or my fellow friend, my friend or whoever doing this, I think I can do it as well. So whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And I know I haven't really achieved quite a lot, but as long as I can put a smile on
What?
someone's face, it doesn't
You
matter.
say you did?
That's
You
the one
haven't
person I'm
achieved a
going.
lot? I can hear your humility at my guy. Me achieving that humility now. We don't play
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Yo,
yeah.
you're representing Canada. Like you're representing Canada where you go. You know, how much humility do you need, Pagadaro? Chimbomira Pagadaro. Imbomira.
Yeah, don't gas it too much. It's just you gotta stay humble sometimes, you know.
Don't
So
worry, can we just take that humility for a second? Let's take that aside now. Okay,
I
so
know.
I read one of your posts on Instagram when you're talking about how you're looking forward to getting to the Olympics. Tell us about that
Yeah,
vision.
yeah. So my vision is definitely going 2024 Olympics, and
Mhm.
for me that was it's it takes a lot of hard work, to be honest. It's not easy to like just train every day, especially now with COVID. A lot of there's no meets, and there's Olympics coming up. Um, it takes a lot of hard work. So my vision is really 2024. I want to run for Zimbabwe. If that doesn't work, I'm a dual citizen, but mostly Canada. But I definitely want to run for my home country, Zimbabwe, for sure.
Yes, look at you. I guess you heard it here at After Five Radio. He said he want to represent Zimbabwe, although
Zimbabwe,
he's Canadian,
big
he's
time.
Zim Canadian, but his first preference is Zimbabwe. We're actually talking about our identity, who we are, how we identify
Yeah,
ourselves at. And
yeah.
I'm so
Mhm.
proud to hear you as a young fella, young Zimbabwean, young athlete, a young famous person to say, you know what, I am going to represent Zimbabwe first. And that is so amazing to hear. And we will be there cheering you on, and definitely you will see us on our social medias. Did you go
For
post
sure.
that? Good,
Yeah.
he did it, and he go for it. Speak it into existence more than
Yeah,
anything.
definitely.
Like you said,
I'll
it
be
takes
there for
hard
sure.
work. It takes hard
Yeah.
work, yeah. And keep
Mhm.
going. So, what has been your most memorable moment about your career so far?
Mhm. First memorable moment.
Mhm.
For me, it was high school when I just came from South Africa when I moved here. That was my memorable moment where during track I started running. A lot of people didn't know me, so I was basically low key, and I was it was a track meet one day, and we have provincials in our beta and stuff like that. So a lot
Uh-huh.
of people didn't know me back then, so I
Uh-huh.
was just new to the sport as well. And I put up on the line. I was provincials. I didn't really have like the best track attire, like however you want to call it, like I only had like a singlet, and I think I had like soccer shorts, and
Oh, man.
yeah, so that was and then I ran the 200, and I was still in grade 11, or I think it was in grade 10. Yeah, it was in grade 10. And
Wow.
that when I broke the provincial record in the 200, that was the best thing ever.
What was the record? What was the record, if you don't mind?
It was like 21.83, 21.84. I ran 21.83, so as a grade 10. So that was the most memorable. And I was still brand new. A lot of people didn't know me, and then after that,
This is the moment
uh,
that we say you were a fob.
exactly. I feel like I'm still low key I am, bro. But
Well, you're not the only one, dude. You're not the only one. Like, I still feel like I'm a fob as well. Because the honest truth is, culture shock is legit. Culture shock is legit. I never thought it would actually hit me
yeah,
until
yeah,
eventually you're like, oh, this is actually culture shock. Are you freaking
I
kidding
know,
me?
right?
And yeah, it is actually legit. And I've been here almost 10 years now. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I feel like I left Zimbabwe not too long ago. And
yeah,
so they're like, oh yeah, but accent, yeah, I change it. But then when I'm around Americans, on the other hand, they're like, oh yeah, where you?
yeah.
I'm like, excuse me, I'm from Canada. They're like, no,
Right. I know,
I'm
it's
like, okay,
crazy.
anyway, I'm Zimbabwean. It is cool. It is cool, really. It is cool. I love it. Although some people easily get offended. What do you mean? Where am I from? Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, me, I'm from Zimbabwe, my guy.
I know. You have to say that from the jump. You can't, you can't start speaking and then say it because people are gonna be like, ah, this guy's not from here. So yeah, it's crazy.
No, that is so awesome. So what's your favorite way to unwind after a hard day? Seeing that you're a hardworking guy, athletics takes a lot. That's a lot of energy, and you
Yeah,
also need to also focus on school, right?
yeah.
So what's your best way of unwinding after a hard day?
Um, I have, I used to play a lot of games back then, but like, after training and stuff, but a lot of honestly, the people I met and the support system that I have here actually in Guelph met some amazing people that been mentoring me and just becoming a better person in life. So I started. They taught me how to do like yoga and just affirmations,
Nice.
just thinking and just use be mentally tough and
Mhm.
reading stuff like that. That's things I never used to do. So that's how I really get back to myself and
Mhm.
just spend some time to myself. So yeah,
Like, is this the
definitely
moment that
that's
I can say you said yoga? Like you said yoga. How about
yoga. Yeah,
how about
so
something
that's
Zimbabwean? Like we
Zimbabwe.
should.
No, don't kill me.
Okay, okay, just hold up on that. That is
Yeah.
something that I actually have a plan for. Don't worry, but I'm
Mhm,
just saying
mhm.
that one's got an yoga. Like yoga is too chilled for my liking. I'm sorry, like yoga is too chilled for my liking. I'm too energetic. I cannot do yoga. I am so impatient with yoga. I went in one yoga class and I was
Yeah,
like, never again. Imagine you see the speed deer Zumba and see the speed deer.
yeah. Spirit yoga.
Imagine,
Yeah.
right? Imagine when we're Zumba, upinda mu yoga.
No, but you need that like relaxing time. You can't just be everywhere. You know what I mean? You need
My
to calm down a
relaxing
little bit.
time is sleeping on the floor, covering my eyes, back straight, legs up, done. Is that part of
And
yoga?
that's basically part of yoga, to be honest. As long as there's somebody speaking in the background telling you what to do,
Uh-huh.
breathe in, breathe
I
out.
want no, 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 no. I need total silence. Because me, I'm just too loud and
Oh
all
yeah,
over the place. And when I need to unwind, I need silence.
oh yeah. That's part of yoga, to be honest. I think yeah, I really need to
Okay.
make a research on that, to be honest, because I don't. I think that's part of yoga too.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
chill in the room, lights off, lay down. Yeah, that's part of yoga too.
Right. No, that is so awesome. So
Is
what
it?
is coming up like what's coming up on your horizon? What should we look forward to? Where you headed? I know we spoke about the Olympics coming
Yeah,
up. Is there anything else that you're looking forward to other than the Olympics? Because the Olympics obviously is open to a whole lot of things, especially
yeah,
in terms of
definitely.
athletes, right? What
Yeah,
else do you have in your horizon as a career, really?
yeah,
Because
yeah, definitely. No, so right now I'm in school, so and we have track meets at school, but right now with COVID going on and stuff, we really have to look at outdoors, track outdoors, running outside, and club track. So that and Olympic trials that are coming up this year, hopefully, and that's something that I'm looking forward to. And so I've been training in the house, so I can't really go outside right now because there's no track, everything is closed. So training in the house just to see
so
where
how
I'm
do you
at.
train in the house?
I just do a lot of core workouts, a lot of
Wow.
push-ups. I can't really train outside. There's snow outside, so and then the tracks are
So you
closed,
always run
indoor
in the
track.
snow.
Yeah, so if I run in the snow, I'll definitely pull my hamstring or something.
Fact. Yeah, that
Exactly,
is
right?
that's true. That is so true. Okay.
Exactly.
So after all this is done, when you say
Yeah.
you're actually getting ready for your trials, is that it? Or
Yeah, it's Olympic trials, Canadian Olympic trials. So it's just in Canada. They just have like Olympic trials. But
is
down
it
the
actually
line,
so it's
obviously,
possible? Do you think it's actually possible to represent Zimbabwe? Or
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm speaking to the head coach now, the
Mhm,
sprints coach,
mhm.
Zimbabwean sprints coach. And yeah, you mentioned that, you just have to run sometimes, and they're already looking at me and stuff like that. So he said, as long as you run sometimes, I can definitely be on the relay team. If it's
Mm.
not a relay, individual,
I love
100,
relays.
200.
I love relays because it's a teamwork. It's teamwork. I love it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
honestly, like, it's teamwork, but at the same time, I don't wanna go there. I wanna be on the same line with the big dogs, So running just me, you know what I mean? So
it. Right. Well, the good thing is athletics is not a contact game. It's not a contact sport. It's
exactly. Yeah.
you're just doing your
Yeah,
thing.
it's mine. It's a mind. It's mind. It's all mine, to be
Mm,
honest. A
right.
little bit physical, but my all mind.
Do you think I can actually still run now?
If you put your mind to it,
My guy, I
maybe if you
am
do,
so old for this crap.
yeah, if you do proper yoga, you can do it.
Okay, I think I need to go for yoga first.
Yeah, proper one, not sleeping on your bed and just chilling. Proper yoga, yeah.
Right? That is so true. No, we look forward to that, and definitely we will support you and have you all over our social medias and also announcing on After Five Radio. And
Definitely.
we will be rooting for you all the way. And
For sure.
congratulations on the Zima Achievers Awards nominee, by the way. We spoke about
Appreciate
that earlier on. Yay! Please express your excitement for this nomination and what does it mean to you?
it. Ooh, it means a lot, to be honest. It means a lot just to be recognized, and I'm really like honest. I said I'm really thankful and appreciative for it. Just being nominated means a lot. Like people out there are really watching me, and I'm doing something right at least. You know what I mean? I'm doing something right that people are actually why I feel like I'm using my talent wisely, and I'm really thankful. Thank you, Zima Achievers. You know, um, for nominating me as well. So that means a lot. You know what I mean? So it makes me just want to keep working hard just to reach the biggest stages. You know what I mean? So it's really a stepping stone, I would say.
All right. So actually, are you still based in BC or you're now back here?
Yeah, no, I'm in Ontario right now. So
Gosh.
yeah.
Hey, look at this. It is actually it's almost 1 a.m. Speaking of
Yeah.
being almost 1 a.m., so tomorrow, 8 a.m., you better be up because you're getting to work, my guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Late. So please be up tomorrow at 8 a.m. Tiko late.
Yes, 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 yes. Especially after this, and like as you said, just keeps me want to keep going. So I'm gonna wake up as early as I can. Just knowing there's people out there supporting me. People like you and Zima Achievers. So it makes me want to just work even harder. Just keep going.
Absolutely. You got this. You got this. So if you
Yeah.
had one message to give to your fans, what will it be?
One message to give to my fans. That's a
Mhm.
good question.
Exactly. By
Um,
the way, just so you know, if you didn't know as humble as you are, you do have fans. FYI.
that's amazing. Um,
Newsflash.
so
Yeah.
one word to give to my one word or one at least a sentence.
Message.
Word
Message.
message.
One message.
Okay, okay, one message. I would say thank you guys for supporting me and seeing me, from my humble back where I came from, humble beginnings, I guess. And I feel like the sky's the limit, There's so much that could be done. And for a lot of like Zimbabweans out there as well, just trying to I feel like you should follow your dreams and be around people with the same mindset as you. You know what I mean? Don't like if you feel like it's not if it's the wrong energy, it's not the right thing. Like that's why my coaches and my mentors always say, you know, you be around people who you see yourself, who you want to be like. You know what I mean? People you look up to. Be around those people, and big things will come. So yeah, sky's the limit, and we're gonna get the world stage and kill it. So that's what I would say to my fans.
Yay!
Yeah.
Go kill it, guys. You heard it right here on After Five Radio with your guy, Kudakwashe Murasiranwa. And just to round off and close up, Kuda, do you mind sharing your social media handles where people can go and watch what you do, support your work,
Yeah.
support you, especially in the next 2 years, 3 years, when you get to the Olympics? Kuti vanhu vangoramba vachitongotera and just follow your progress.
Yeah. So follow me on Instagram, Kuda Kudak 20_, and my Snapchat, I guess, would be Kuda Lil Bolt. So KUDALILBOLT.
You heard that?
And what else? Yeah, I got no Twitter or anything like that, but
My
my
guy,
Facebook
you
is
should be on Twitter.
Kudakwashe
My blue tick per Twitter, I mean.
I'm not. Twitter is not for me. I don't really understand it, So I don't know. I don't have Twitter.
But no, that is so awesome. I was just about to ask you and say, okay, who still uses Snapchat? But I guess your generation still does. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, that is so awesome. Thank you so much. Kuda, I actually had one person who was asking, Kuda is so inspiring and all that jazz. Auntie, wait, you can even run from okay, so this is from the States, and you can't even run from your seat to the door. Okay, so this is actually directed to me. So I was like, can I think this was because I asked Kuti, can I still run? So it's just like, you can't even run from your seat to the door. I bet this is oh, wow. This is from another Kuda, just so you know.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, fine. I will take that. I'll get back to you.
Kuda's think alike. I was about to say the same thing.
You're about to say the same thing. I guys, I'll disown you. I will disown the both of you guys. And anti-yoga is demonic. Is there anything? There's what we call holy feet. Have you ever heard about holy feet? It's similar to yoga, but it's the holy side of yoga where you focus on Galatians 6 and focus on the armor of God and all that jazz. Have you heard about that?
I don't know that.
All right, I will introduce you to that one. I guess that one I think I can do because you'll be meditating on the way.
Okay. No, I think for me, yoga is more like I do like affirmations where I tell myself I'm the best.
Nice.
And
you are the best.
I'm putting my mental. Just affirmation is the best thing ever. If anybody, I suggest you do affirmations. You tell yourself you're gonna do something, and then you just look in the mirror and tell yourself you're a winner. Say that like 10 times. You see,
and then go out there and win. Don't just say it and just wait for you to win.
Exactly. If you do that every time in the morning, you're gonna be a winner.
Awesome. That is so amazing. Even this year, I was like, this year is my year of affirmations, and I've been posting that all over. And I'm like, you know what, Lord, I am just going to be doing my I ams every morning, sharing and posting it and saying it, because the power of words, you know, how life and death lie in the power of the tongue, you know. So every time you tell yourself you're a winner, you will become a winner. And obviously, it will force you and push you to go and chase whatever it is that you've been called to chase. And thank you so much, Kuda, for such an amazing moment here at After Five Radio. I am not too sure if we have guests who have questions here. We're going to be giving you 1 minute, guys, if you have questions to ask Kuda. But it was such an amazing opportunity and a pleasure to have you here and just tell us your journey, with the journey, what like your upbringing, your background up to where you are and where you are headed. And we just look forward to supporting you all the way, looking at your journey.
Appreciate it.
And you're still young, and there's more coming up for you. And so, what do you have to tell actually to a young person who's thinking of pursuing, not even young person, especially parents who have a kid who's actually talented, especially in sports? Because I know with the sports and entertainment are not those are the two main things that parents do not even look into supporting their kids, because they feel like, oh yeah, koka kwara mangwana, what's next? And which is understandable, we get that.
Mhm.
But then how about just supporting them? What word of advice would you give to just the parents?
I would say to the parents, let the kid do what they want to do, like what they love to do. Because at some point, my parents were kids as well, so where at a young age they had something they love to do, and
Mhm.
they put anybody can do anything. When I came to Canada, that's when I actually realized that
Mhm.
back home everybody is an athlete. You do we're playing, but we don't really have that exposure. But once you get here, it's you can do anything you want as long as you put your mind to it. So let them explore themselves. Let them go out to the world and lose.
Mhm.
Makes them really think, and makes them go around. Be around, as I say, like be around the people who they want to be like. So that's how they're gonna win. So let them do that as long as they're not doing drugs and stuff like that. That's
Mhm.
cool, but let them explore. Let them sing. Let them do drama. Let them do chores. Look at you here. You know what I'm saying? So let them,
My
you
guy
know,
could not even let's not even get into my story, my guy. I could actually I'm actually in the middle of writing a book. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine your parents didn't allow you to do
it's
that.
a painful one. It's a painful one. That's my point.
Oh, it's a painful book.
It's a painful book.
Okay, tell me,
It's
yeah.
a
What's
painful
the book
journey.
called?
No, it's a painful journey. It's a painful journey, but
Yeah,
it's I feel like it's going to be uplifting more than anything. And I'm so
yeah.
excited. I'm excited. I am excited.
Hey, I'm excited too. Actually, that's amazing. Like looking forward to it. I wanna read it. I wanna be the first one reading it. To be
Oh,
honest,
definitely. You will know about it. You will know about it. And
let me know for
actually be.
sure. But yeah, so
Oh no, that is so amazing. I hope Abedek Varuterera, because it's not easy really. The only thing that kids need is just your support. You have to be
exactly,
the first fan more than anything. The parent has to be the first fan before
mhm,
everybody else gets into the mix, right? And yeah,
exactly.
I'm so excited. I'm so proud of your parents, yo. Every time, especially when I'm like, oh, they moved to BC just for Kuda. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now?
Yeah, my little brother as well. Like we
Wow.
moved because of him as well. He's doing his thing with soccer. Played for
Nice.
Vancouver Whitecaps. So he's doing he was doing his own thing there. So we moved there for him as well. And yeah, so
Oh, that
pretty,
is so amazing.
I'm blessed to even have, family like that. A lot
Mhm.
of people, they don't have that. And
Mm,
I'm really blessed for that, to be honest. So
right. Oh, congratulations. We look forward to that. And okay, one last thing.
mhm,
One last
mhm.
thing. I know this wasn't part of our questions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So tell me,
Mhm.
huh? Ladies, listen to this one.
Yeah. You just drove it.
I already know. I already know. I already know, my guy. I already know. But all right, tell me about, don't you get these groupies all over you? Everybody just throwing themselves at you. How do you handle that? Like, you're fine, dude, man. Fine job. Oh my God. And vaya vakambokuramba vaya vakukunari pa TV, newspaper. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, we have to be legit, transparent here. Just have fun. Be you. Let's have fun here. Chimbonduzo.com. Getting alive. Eh?
Yeah. Sanga question yako ndo ulichi.
Muvunzo wangu ndeyokuti, how do you overcome all these temptations? Because guaranteed atiduskira uchiti maya hapana nomboni hapanapo atitombonina hapanapo.
Yeah.
Right. How do you overcome magroupies apa une chibebi chako apa iwe athlete?
To be honest,
Discipline. How do you discipline yourself? That's my question. Right. If I do it, you can easily say, my guy, I'm a sports guy, you know?
I never really thought of that question, to be honest. I feel like for me, it's, well, as long as you know what you want in life, like, and you have somebody that really support you through those times, like good or bad times. So whoever comes after, as you say, they're just fans. So I'll just put them in that category, to be honest. But just be faithful, to be honest. And if you know the word, I'm not saying so you just be faithful, and you know what I'm saying, it can be tough, but there's temptation.
Guys, you heard it here right on After 5 Radio. Yes. But anyway, no, I just thought we should just close up with just something funny, and here it is.
I love that, to be honest.
No, that is so amazing, Kuda, and thank you so much for making time out of your busy schedule, and just school and athletics too at the same time. And it's such an honor and a privilege to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you for your time.
Oh, you're welcome. And I'm gonna go celebrate. Don't worry, I'll be live on air foot. And don't go to guys. Munu wanda ka interview and Ezra. I win an award foot. Huh?
Oh, that's amazing. Oh yeah, it's tomorrow. What time is it again? 8?
Your side it'll be 8. My side will be 6 a.m. So because it's gonna be 3 Central African time.
Oh, a.m. in the morning?
For us, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
For us it's gonna be in the morning. Since you're 2 hours ahead, right?
Yeah. So is it gonna be on Zoom?
No, Facebook.
Okay, sounds good.
So go on Facebook, and we're gonna be watching you on there. Oh yeah, Kudakwashe Murasiranwa, Sports of the Sportsman of the Year. Like, we hear that.
Good luck to you as well, though. I pray for you as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And even just to everybody who voted, I'm like, this last year wasn't an easy year for a whole lot of people,
Yeah.
And then just the recognition up until now, people recognize you because you've been out there. People see your work, right? And especially you could like you're representing the two countries, if I should put it that way, right? And you're trying to figure out, okay, if I can represent Zimbabwe, that's my first preference.
Exactly.
But if not, then fine. I have an option to represent Canada, and that's huge, really, because at least you have a 2 options. You have more options than one option. But we truly appreciate your representation.
Yeah, no, I definitely appreciate you. Actually, I'm excited. I'm always looking at your page. A lot of positive. A lot of happiness. I love it. Good energy.
You try. That's madness. That is just madness.
Keep it up, to be honest.
Thank you so much, Kuda. Thank you. I know right now it's so late on your end, but I truly appreciate your time.
Yeah, no, thank you for your time, to be honest.
All right. Thank you so much. Take care, and I will catch up with you.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Cheers. All right, guys. You heard it right here on After 5 Radio. I was with the talented Kuda Murasiranwa, as an athlete based here in Canada, actually now in Ontario. And you guys need to stay tuned and follow the guy on Instagram. And it is actually Kuda K20, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. So you guys can follow him on Instagram and support my little brother who's actually making bold moves, and I'm looking forward to getting into the Olympics 2024. So yes, let's just do that and go and support my brother right here on 5 Radio. Yes, without further ado, guys, I am just going to continue with our session today, and definitely those who just tuned in to the Pakati Pekutara and my brother Kuda, please feel free to follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel After 5 Radio so you guys can catch up with this conversation. It was such an amazing conversation that you do not want to miss out. And hopefully, it will actually inspire you to go on and chase your dream and never give up on your dream, regardless of whoever thinks what about what you feel you've been what's been put in your heart for you to follow and chase. So yeah, so please do feel free to follow us on Instagram. I mean on YouTube. Oh, there's Instagram, by the way, for those who don't follow us already. We have an Instagram page which is After Five Radio Zim, and yes, you'll get to see everybody that we're going to be interviewing there, and you get to catch up with everybody that we've interviewed and be directed to a YouTube channel as well. And thank you so much for tuning in, as well as Kuda, who was such an amazing guest, such a young fellow with wisdom as well. So if you just tuned into our pizza, feel free to catch up on YouTube. And right about now, it is actually 7 minutes before we get into our last hour of tough love giggles. And I am just going to be dropping you my gonging beats tisatitarara here. But then again, I feel like we're gonna be having an extra hour. I will just find out from our producer, can we get an extra hour? Because yo, after Five Radio is just gone in the Saturday morning and Friday night with your hype lady ThandoAmy holding it down. But right about now, I am going to be taking you to South Africa with Queen V and Buffalo Soldier, as well as Max Rose with the song Thirsty. You'll enjoy.